Psychological safety encourages team members to speak up when they disagree, and as a result, a more diverse set of viewpoints are considered in every discussion. Psychological safety reduces failures because when people feel free to speak up, they can point out the things that leaders might have missed. They can intervene before a team makes a mistake. Psychological safety even enhances clarity of thought because fear of speaking up, triggers that fight or flight response that can shut down working memory. Psychological safety increases how fast a team can learn and adapt, and that obviously increases their performance over time. But psychological safety doesn't mean that team members feel like they're not accountable for results. Team members know what's expected of them, and they know they're going to be held accountable for those results. But it does mean that team members can admit that failures happen, especially failures due to circumstances outside of their control. And when those failures do happen, it means that team members trust the whole team will be committed to learning from that failure, extracting results, and putting systems in place to prevent that failure from happening next time. It's also important not to mistake psychological safety for groupthink. Teams aren't psychologically safe just because everybody is close friends and no one ever disagrees. It doesn't mean there are no problems. It certainly doesn't mean that everybody thinks alike. Instead, psychological safety happens when teams develop norms of behavior that allow productive, task-focused conflict to happen, and happen more often than in mediocre teams. Amy Edmondson, who sort of first discovered the role of psychological safety on teams, coined it as a climate marked by mutual trust and respect. And those are two different things. I have to trust the group in order to speak out, to take a risk, to admit my failure. But I have to feel respected afterwards. I have to feel heard. I have to feel like people are not just degrading me because of that failure in order to build psychological safety on your team and take them to a whole new level of not just learning from failures, but experiencing success.